Multilateralism is the only way to secure our future, the future of this planet and the future of humanity. If we are to avoid the worst impacts of climate change, we must work together to ensure carbon emissions peak next year. If we are to ensure that new technologies increase human security, we must work together across borders and across cyberspace. And if we are to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, governments, business, communities, and people must work together to realize our vision of a safer, fairer, and more sustainable world. As we mark the first ever International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace, let us renew our commitment to multilateralism, the only feasible way to address the challenges we face. And let us ensure that our commitment go beyond warm words. The best way to convince people that multilateralism matters is by showing them that it works, that it can keep them safe and improve their daily lives. So let us use this opportunity to discuss concrete ways to deliver on the Sustainable Development Goals, on the Paris Agreement, and on our commitment to build and sustain peace. And let us use this opportunity to make the UN more effective, more transparent, more accountable, and more relevant to we, the peoples.
This new International Day offers a welcome opportunity to reflect on the meaning of multilateralism. For nearly 75 years, the multilateral arrangements established after the Second World War have saved lives, advanced progress, upheld human rights, and prevented a third descent into global conflagration. But such cooperation must not be taken for granted. Today, multilateralism is under pressure from unresolved conflicts, runaway climate change, widening inequalities, and other threats. And we are seeing a growing deficit of trust in political establishments and in collective action itself. But the fact remains, today's global challenges require global solutions. No country and no organization can do it alone. Still, it's not enough simply to proclaim the virtue of multilateralism. We must prove its added value and show that it can respond to the concerns of people everywhere and deliver a fair globalization that lifts all. That is the reason why I'm so engaged in the reform of the United Nations. Our shared duty is to strengthen our commitment to building a safer, more just world for all. The commitment to the United Nations Charter and to each other is needed now more than ever. Thank you.
Germany is a steadfast supporter of multilateralism. Defending it is the primary goal of our Security Council membership, because it is our firm belief that rules-based multilateral solutions are better, fairer, and more lasting than unilateral action, even if it seems sometimes difficult to negotiate. Multilateralism is crucial to the world's security and prosperity. Our appeal is to work together in order to jointly overcome global challenges and safeguard the future of our people.
We celebrate this first International Day of Multilateralism and Diplomacy for Peace at a time when we need it most. Multilateralism means not only agreeing to words on paper, but also fulfilling those agreements, taking action to change people's lives and leaving no one behind. It is a continuous process where review and follow-up to our commitments is just as important as the commitments themselves. There is no doubt that we face major challenges: the nuclear threat, climate change, disruptive technologies, and migration. The solution lies in effective diplomacy and multilateralism, two sides of the same coin. My message to you today is that we can achieve the 2030 Agenda using the tool of multilateralism. Let us deliver.
For us at the International Court of Justice, multilateralism is the necessary condition of the very existence of our institution. Without multilateralism, it would not be possible to have an independent and impartial judicial body able to settle disputes among nations through international law. By its judicial action, the court contributes to the predictability, stability, and certainty of a rules-based multilateral system to ensure peaceful relations among nations. After the First World War, humanity made a choice in favor of multilateralism with the establishment of the League of Nations and the Permanent Court of International Justice. This choice was further strengthened with the creation of the United Nations after the Second World War, of which, of course, our court is the principal judicial organ. As a result of this choice, progress, peace, and prosperity, as well as the liberation of previously colonized peoples, have advanced throughout the world. I don't think that there is a turning back. Multilateralism is more than ever necessary today in our interdependent world. Peaceful relations among nations, trade, transportation, telecommunications, and all other means of interaction depend on the existence of multilateralism and multilateral arrangement.